as the sun begins to set on Saskatchewan. The biggest rivalry on ice awaits inside the Moose Jaw Event Center. The host, Canada, taking on the reigning world champion, USA. Canada closing out preliminary action. Both teams 2-0 heading into today's matchup, one they hope will play out again in the gold medal final. Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren DuPont with you for this much anticipated game. In fact, the most anticipated game of the week, especially for this home crowd in Moose Jaw.
Yeah, it's going to be the biggest crowd so far in the preliminary round here in Moose Jaw. It's Canada, US. It's a preview of what these two teams are hoping is a gold medal final. So let's go.
Let's go. Of course, this will help for the seeding in the semifinals. We know Canada and the USA have their dates booked for Saturday. However, we also now know who will be heading into the quarterfinals Friday, and then hopefully on to those medal rounds.
Yeah, Korea will meet China in one of the two quarterfinals. Czechia will play Italy in the other. We know Germany and Norway are stuck in relegation, playing in the 7-8 game. So Canada, USA, who will get the top seed and the maybe, on paper, the more favorable semifinal opponent.
It's always so down to the wire here. It has been all week. Day 4 closing out again with this big game, one that's been highly touted since it was announced that the World Para Ice Hockey Championships would finally be coming to Canada. The very first time these two teams meet in this event on this side of the border.
Yeah, and Canada as hosts for the first time ever, they want to defend home ice. So it's a big rivalry. The Americans have had the Canadians' number as of late, but this is the first opportunity for Canada to correct that.
Well, they'll be facing a really strong USA team, one that's been playing together very well. And there you'll see number 16, Declan Farmer, touted as one of the world's best in the sport. David Hoff, their head coach, looking on, feeling confident in what his team can put together. While Canada's captain, Tyler McGregor, not even the leading point scorer for Canada. That would be Dominic Cozzolino, also in the starting lineup here with Dominic Larocque in net. Russ Harrington is the head coach. His first time in that role with Canada, but he's certainly been at this stage with the boys. This is underway now.
See if Canada can jump out to a quick start here, Daniela. It'll be important confidence-wise to not let the Americans have a great start.
Quick opening face-off and a full crowd here in Moose Jaw. Much fuller crowd, I should say. Great support on a Wednesday night in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Josh Pauls will flip it down deep for the U.S. Already with the pressure. Looking for Josh Pauls in the slot, but Declan Farmer will take it out to center instead. Farmer on the far side.
I expect high pace, a lot of physicality in this game. A good early play defensively by Rob Armstrong as Farmer was trying to bring that puck out. So this will be a very, very fast game.
Yeah, and Oren Helbert, the Calgary native, will drop it down low. As Captain McGregor hoped to meet it near the corner. And Cozzolino, again, these two leading in points for Canada for massive games. Another collision quick. USA putting on the speed. Tyrone Henry will feed it to Cozzolino. Keep it away from Brody Roybal. Jen Lee in net for the USA. Lee and Larocque, the netminders tonight. Both with 9 saves on 10 shots through each, 1 game played each in this tournament. Tough to get a read on that. Now McGregor down low near side. McKee was hoping to feed it down to Dodson. So the chase is on. Zach Lavin will get there first for Canada. Keeps it away. Oh, past it. Cozzolino again, but that one gets stopped as David Eustace sends it back the other way. Captain McGregor now with the speed for Canada. Soft Pass over to Corbin Smith. Those two have been good together for Canada so far. Cozzolino back behind the net. Rod Crane was set up just in front of Lee, instead looking to get some support closer to the far wall. Pops it out. U.S. is on it. And here comes the speed. Josh Pauls looking to get by Armstrong. Does. The outside circles back to Eustace. Alexis Auclair for Canada interrupting that play. USA still in control and a chance right now as Pauls fires it. Too many bodies in front of the net. Traffic, more of a distraction that time than a help, and U.S. will play on. Farmer trying for that feed over to Nichols. Circling away, pressure from Auclair, forcing Farmer to redirect along with Halbert. Cozzolino as well getting behind the net. Is Armstrong right in front. Rock tested in short distance. Jack Wallace can't keep it in from the blue line, and the crowd likes what they see early on.
Well, Canada is on their heels a little bit, but they're playing really strong defensively. Oren Albert with a really nice job helping protect the front of the net and supporting Larocque in goal.
Albert now back behind, getting stopped by Farmer. Zach Lavin chips it up high for Dixon. Jacobs Webb right behind Mishevitz. Mishevitz with a feed up to Douglas. Again, U.S. just keeping Canada from even getting a shot on goal here. Nearly 4.5 minutes into the game. So they'll wait for it. There's the feed up to Douglas. A little bit of a change of pace, the tempo here as the USA. Again, defending champs, reigning champs. Tyrone Henry getting in there for Canada now. Dislodging the puck. Zach Lavin off his sled. Now Dixon. Lavin again, some great work. And there's a penalty coming. And so Canada is 6-on-5 right now as Dominic Larocque goes off to the bench, but there's the whistle. Canada will head to the power play. Early on in this big matchup with the biggest rivals, Team USA, Benjamin Musselman in the penalty box. And Canadian fans enjoying themselves at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
So I got another Parkland ticket. Play 92, number 1 for throwbacks.
It's Connor for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Your starting goaltenders. In net for the USA, Jen Lee and Dominic Larocque for Canada. And there's the matching stats you can see on your screen. 9 for 10 when it comes to those saves for shots. And both goaltenders with 1 game in this tournament. And right now, Canada on the power play. Adam Dixon settling it back. Captain McGregor waits on the wings, looking for some action, but Declan Farmer will just clear it out.
Yeah, nice play by Farmer to get that puck out of the zone. Good opportunity here for Canada early on in the power play to set the tone.
Cozzolino also out on the line for Canada. He's been tremendous on the power play, putting together 2 power play goals and 1 power play assist. Larocque far out of his net. Farmer right there. Dixon as well, though, for Canada. Again, this is a Canadian power play, but we're deep in the red and white zone.
Yeah, mistake from Dominic Larocque on that clearing attempt. Came out of his net smartly to play the puck, but you can't turn it over to Farmer. Lucky that didn't turn into a scoring chance.
And McGregor tries to tee things up, gets a bit of a bump. And again, this U.S. special teams defense, can they get by McGregor? They'll stop it, though. Jen Lee blocking that one. No problem. The crowd loving the physical play. And Farmer again, swerving by with all kinds of room, but a great play by Captain McGregor. Still goes back to the USA. Pauls again fires that one on Larocque. And a good save.
Yeah, good stop by Dominic Larocque when you got Pauls and Declan Farmer bearing down on you, even shorthanded. That's really tough, and you can see Declan Farmer among the leaders in scoring here in the tournament. 5 points, all chasing down Shen, the Korean, but a couple of Canadians littering that list as well. So when you say it's the most anticipated matchup, the stats will prove it too. You got a lot of the top firepower in the world on the ice tonight.
Two best teams in the world right now as per the rankings, and Helbert looking to meet the puck, far corner. Again, this Calgary player has been tremendous for Canada so far in the tournament. Anton Jacobs-Webb getting called offside for that play.
Yeah, tough power play for Canada, unable to really get anything going early on here. And we talk about those two goaltenders. The one thing about them, they both have really nice, neat 900 save percentages, but they haven't seen a lot of shots. I mean, 10 shots each is not a lot. They'll be tested a little more tonight.
We get set up now for a neutral zone draw just outside the USA zone. In fact, right in front of their bench. And so Christopher Douglas getting stopped in his movements, but Tyrone Henry quick to meet it before Kevin McKee does. And Larocque forced to cover it up quick. My goodness, Travis Dodson right there.
Yeah, tried to get a little sneaky and bank it in, but Larocque calmly handles that. I've been really impressed with Zach Lavin in this tournament. And here he comes up with a huge physical play. Typically, he's the one, you know, moving the puck from the back end with pace and really dictating play. Here, steps up physically, showing you he's got more than one dimension to his game.
Canada coming through big with that win off the face-off draw in their own zone, but the U.S. set up and poised. Need to score here. David Eustace fires it. Larocque reads it down. That was beautifully set up, though, for number 37 from the USA.
Yeah, Eustace didn't get a lot on that shot, but, you know, the Americans remain poised. Here's another look at that little shot that squeaks through and harmlessly finds its way to Larocque. Canada's just got to be patient here. They're getting good goaltending. Just don't allow a lot of room in the middle of the ice and wait for your opportunity.
Corbin Smith comes away with the face-off win, but forced to driving close again. That face-off against Declan Farmer. One of the best on the world champion Team USA roster. Battle for the puck. Farmer collects it. Sends it over to Josh Pauls. Will rim it around. Looking for Malik Jones back behind the net. Dom Cozzolino in the mix for Canada right in front. Smart play by Larocque to bat it back. Forcing it in the near corner this time, and another chance to keep the play alive. Cozzolino over to Lavin, but Jones will get there first. And the U.S. is set up, and we've got sticks aplenty on the ice right now. Farmer losing both of his, getting those back now. Sent back by Josh Pauls, their captain for Team USA. Corbin Smith up ahead for Canada. Just hoping to get it into the U.S. zone. They haven't had a chance to really get too many opportunities. They've had one shot on goal. 4 the other way. Jack Wallace backhands it in. Deep below the goal line. There to meet it, Oren Helbert. Micah Kovacevic for Canada. Hoping to clear it out. Does connect with Dom Cozzolino, but pressure to the outside boards. Will slow down the action here. You can feel the intensity in this building right now. Christopher Douglas will just chip it right back for all the work the Canadians did.
Yeah, Americans are just content right now. Puck comes out, fire it right back in, and grind the Canadians down. They're so strong along the wall. They work together in pairs just like this down low. And Canada's just got to be patient, and I think they have been so far. And just not, don't make any mistakes that'll get you caught out of position.
Now Musselman getting in position, fires it down. Halbert, I think, got his body on that one. Intentionally or not, the traffic paid off for Canada. Blocked to the outside, Tyrone Henry. We got some line changes, though, for Team USA. Plenty of energy with Brody Roybal out on the ice for the U.S. Up to Eustace. Dominic Larocque deciding what to do here. Eustace is right there, but Rob Armstrong looks to play it up to Alexis Auclair. Kevin McKee putting on the speed for the U.S. Travis Dodson now. Having that on-ice vision is Eustace. Moves quick to the puck. Now Pauls. And right in front, it looked loose, but Zach Lavin was there for Canada. It's a big play. Adam Dixon winning the battle. The puck goes free towards the near side wall. Josh Pauls will scoop it up. Can't keep control. But again, the Canadians find themselves in their own end. Very little time to try to challenge Jen Lee over in the other net. Adam Dixon, the nifty backhand pass there. Anton Jacobs-Webb nearly. Jack Wallace with the edge on that play. Circles back, uses side boards. Anton Jacobs-Webb once again looking this time for James Dunn. Another one of Canada's tremendous players, Jen Lee. Plays the puck quick. Zach Lavin with the pass. That one a missed opportunity under the sled this time for Nichols. And here's a big chance for Declan Farmer with a pass to Pauls. The crowd could feel that one. That was Malik Jones, rather. It's a little bit mistimed. It was a big moment for the U.S. Wallace now looks to fire down traffic right in front. Larocque with a big stop for Canada. With a home crowd behind them, Canada keeps it exciting. Scoreless tie right now in the first period. The final game of the preliminary round. Canada, USA in Moose Jaw.
Culligan Water isn't just a name. It's a promise to put you and your loved ones first. Because with cleaner, softer water, you can feel confident about your water. Culligan Water has been the local water expert since 1936, when we pioneered the water softener. We've continued delivering unmatched service by meeting you where you are, whether it's where you live or where you work. And your satisfaction has always been our greatest reward. But that's not all. Culligan Water offers a responsible and economical alternative to the waste created from single-use plastic bottles. Our systems make it easier to preserve the planet, its landscapes, and its oceans. Because at the heart of everything Culligan Water does is a commitment to provide better water for a better world.
Face off in Canada's zone, and it'll be Dom Cozzolino. Oh yeah, the dancing. That's what we love to see. This is the most anticipated game, and it came at the end of the preliminary round. Of course, these two teams want to meet again for that gold medal game, but nothing is guaranteed. We know Canada and the U.S. will head into the semifinals, not against one another, of course. One will finish first, one will finish second, coming out of Group A play. And Halbert tries to find Smith for Canada, but Noah Grove now for the USA. Down deep in the U.S. zone, a chance for Canada to get going here. Captain McGregor with a nifty back pass. Behind the back pass, I should say. Fires it back in. Number 8 has been tremendous for this team so far. Declan Farmer will pass it back. Tyler McGregor with 7 points, 3 goals, 4 assists. 3 of those assists on the power play. Right now, even strength. Declan Farmer coming through. And the call will go against Canada this time, and the U.S. will have a chance on the power play.
Yeah, it's always tough when Declan Farmer is bearing down on you. Canada trying to knock him off the puck in any way necessary and just unable to. And yeah, McGregor coming right across, and it's going to be Dixon as well. Both pop in at the end. So Canada goes to the penalty box. The American power play so dangerous. We'll get an opportunity to work, and Canada will be on their heels here maybe for a little bit.
U.S. 2 for 5 on the power play in this tournament, and a big shot fired down far by Jack Wallace. Will go up to meet it. Can't keep it from the blue line. Rody Roybal looking to meet the puck down deep. Canada, meanwhile, 1 for 2 on the penalty kill. And now Farmer. Come in close. Get that action near Larocque. Can't keep a good track of it. Farmer fires it up high this time. U.S. doing whatever they can, of course, to create those distractions. 5 on 4 right now for the reigning champs. Wallace, that feed blocked by Lavin up high that time from Farmer. Again, these are getting close. These looks just piling on here as we're in the final minute of the first period. Still scoreless between these rivals. Near side, Tyrone Henry for Canada, but Farmer carries it away. Looking for the pass or looking for the shot. Pulls! Fire down fast. Period clock will run out before the penalty clock does. Roybal over to Farmer. To Wallace. Wallace tees it up. That pass disrupted by Anton Jacobs-Webb of Canada. Farmer finds it near corner. Pauls. Back to Farmer. Fires it down. Caught the body of Tyrone Henry there. And it has been all U.S. pressure, and another one to close out the first 15. USA 10 shots on goal. Canada just 1 opportunity against Jen Lee. But a scoreless tie to take us into the first intermission. Daniela Ponticelli with Darren DuPont. This is the World Para Ice Hockey Championship, coming to you from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM. Scores! Jägerbomb!
like he's been doing it all his life.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Like a mirrored reflection, I have to steer you in the right direction. I have to trust that we can find a way.
On every trip, you can depend on Esso to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
Good morning!
So I got another Parkman ticket. Play 92, number 1 for throwbacks.
It's Connor for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything, all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming, GEO satellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do?
Canada and the USA scoreless through the first period in one of the most anticipated games of the preliminary round to close, actually, Group A play today. Both these two teams know they'll be headed into the semifinal rounds. It'll all be down to the seeding based on the outcome of today. More than that, the host Canada, of course, wanted to come away with a win for this home crowd in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. I'm Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren Dupont, and while the score is tied at 0, shots on goal heavily favoring the U.S. right now, 10-1. Darren, Canada also starting shorthanded here in the second period. Can they at least be happy with what happened in the first?
Well, overall, they won't be, but I think you can be to an extent. You haven't played your best hockey. You didn't play your best hockey in Game 2 of the preliminary round, and I think overcoming that and being scoreless, I think, is a win for Canada. So there's an opportunity to say, look, we haven't played our best, and we've held them off the board. Now we can come out and actually try and play our game in the second period. We'll see if they can do that.
Yeah, ice heavily tilted in the favor of the reigning champion, Team USA. Of course, they have really set a tone, getting very large margins of victories in their last 2 games. Canada coming off a very close matchup with Czechia.
Yeah, a lot closer than people anticipated. I know Canada left that game not happy about the way they finished and played that game, but they got the win. They need to show something here to be ready for the playoff round and potentially a rematch in the gold medal final.
Well, wherever you're joining us from, thank you for being here tonight. This an exciting matchup, a historic one. Every time Canada plays here, because of the fact that they're first-time hosts of the World Para Ice Hockey Championships, which began in 1996. And so for the first time ever, they're playing Team USA in this event in Canada, and that's something special. A great crowd here inside the Moose Jaw Event Center as we get set for that second period of play. And we'll have another look at the best moments from the first period.
Well, it'll be a lot of action in the Canadian end, no doubt. Americans, they're strong, and they worked the puck around, worked it in deep quite a bit. But Canada, to their credit, was poised. They were disciplined situationally. They kept the Americans to the outside for the most part. And when the Americans did get to the front of the net, Dominic Larocque was there, along with some help from Rob Armstrong and the rest of the Canadian defense. Zach Lavin had a good physical opening period, but Canada has to stop playing in their own zone.
One thing to note as well, Dominic Larocque already facing 10 shots on goal, Darren. That's how many he had faced in the tournament up until this point. So double that, getting some early tests here in the first period.
Well, that's what we expected, right? Is another shot. You got to look at a Lavin block and a rebound that's off the mark, but for LaRock and, you know, at the other end for Jen Lee, two goaltenders who haven't seen a lot of action. They've each played a game. They each have stopped 9 out of 10 shots they faced. You know, that's it. That's great. But what happens when you see 30 shots in a game? What happens when you see 25? Now, Jen Lee's on pace for a lot less than that. On pace for 3 saves. It's not going to end that way. Canada's going to get more shots, more traffic his way. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, the crowd is here for Canada. They've certainly come out to watch all the preliminary action leading up to this point. It's been such a fun and fast 4 days here in Moose Jaw. And right behind the Canadian bench, these cheerleaders, family of number 5, Tyrone Henry, were underway here in the second period. Again, Canada with just a few more seconds left, shorthanded, and Declan Farmer has the puck for the U.S., gets in close. LaRock with a pad save, and then one more on the rebound.
Yeah, LaRock electing to just grab that with the open hand and take a face-off and let the penalty end and all the rest and get back to even strength and reset here in their own zone.
This is a big moment, though, because fresh out of the locker room and a big chance for the USA in Canada's zone. Jacobs Webb, poked that one forward now, looks to get it along the near wall, wrapped around Josh Pauls. Noah Grove on the chase for the U.S. Great pressure by Adam Dixon, who was the player in the penalty box for Canada. Dixon chips it down. Jack Wallace will collect on the blue line. Offside, though.
And the Americans, you know, this is obviously their biggest test, too, of the preliminary round. And, you know, a final tune-up for them. They get Brody Roybal back in the lineup today. Played in their opener, didn't play in the second game. And so he's a big addition back in the lineup. But this American team, again, just so strong and so disciplined. There's not a lot of holes in their game.
Just massive win, 7-1 over Czechia to open their preliminary action, and then 9-0 win over Korea yesterday morning. U.S. in Canada's zone, but the Canadians with plenty of pressure. Dom Cozzolino, there's the free puck. Albert will see it. Up to Captain McGregor. Pass to Armstrong, up to Smith. Canada playing with patience. Armstrong getting in close. Absolutely stopped by Wallace. Puck down deep behind the goal line. Again, Jen Lee just facing one shot on goal the entire first period. Tyrone Henry gets shoved into the end boards by Mishevitz. Jack Wallace maintaining balance. Musselman there to collect it. LaRock with a big stop and a cover-up. And this is LaRock's 7th Worlds appearance. Coming in strong for Canada.
Yeah, steadying presence in that Canadian goal. You know, right now doesn't seem to be phased, and he's handled the pressure extremely well. And you know more of it's coming, and that's, you know, comforting for the group in front. You know, Canada's trying to find their way here and find some room and figure out what will work against this American defense. And when you have a goaltender that's calm and making the stops and giving you time to figure it out, that's a big thing.
Jacobs Webb coming through off that faceoff as he had, and U.S. forced to go into the neutral zone. Big collision in front of the benches. Lavin up to Jacobs Webb. Tries to get it under the sled of Kevin McKee. One skirts and chases on. Eustace down deep. Canada setting up for defense now in the slot. Down low. Pressure from James Dunn. Henry, Lavin as well for Canada. Back behind the net of LaRock. The U.S. just swarming. They've got all kinds of time to stay in this zone. Travis Dotson. Longtime member of Team USA, one of the best. Chasing the puck down. And Kevin McKee finds it on the far side, keeps it away from Lavin. Tyrone Henry will look to clear it. Not just bat it down, want to avoid the icing. So Douglas being chased by Jacobs Webb. Now Eustace has it. The U.S. line change for Canada. McGregor out there hoping to stop Declan Farmer. Farmer swerves by. And Nichols now. Armstrong sends it backwards. Again, Canada just forced to play defense down deep. McGregor from the outside wall. Farmer looks up to Wallace. Missed time, but Wallace will still grab it. As Malik Jones is set up, or was, right in front of the net of Dominic Larocque. Jones. Now, Dom Cozzolino with a chance. Josh Balls with the speed, though.
Yeah, quick close from Josh Balls doesn't allow Cozzolino to pick up speed and have any room to move. See if this top line for Canada can get some offense going.
Now those lanes close up quick. Halbert unable to maintain control, does now. Trying to work the puck underneath. Jack Wallace will fire it down, why not? Declan Farmer, one of the lone U.S. players behind the net. And again, Josh Pauls. Just look where the puck is, that's where you'll find Pauls. Brody Roybal will send it down. Albert bats it off the sideboards. Now Pauls again. U.S. poised. They've added 2 more shots on goal this period. While Canada is just stuck at 1. Henry, though, that'll change some momentum. But a clash off the stick. And now Noah Grove has it with a chance in an open lane towards Larocque. That one saved off the body into the glove. And it's a tense rivalry game as to be expected. Scoreless, Canada, USA here at the World Para Ice Hockey Championship in Moose Jaw.
Shop spring in style with new offers from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Costco is back, and eligible members can receive a $750 bonus on select trucks and full-size SUVs. Step into the powerful 2022 Chevy Silverado or 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 with low financing rates starting at 1.49% for up to 72 months. Drive in comfort and style with the versatile 2023 Equinox and 2023 Terrain, featuring standard heated seats, advanced safety features, and a modern infotainment system with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Or opt for the spacious and refined 2023 Buick Enclave with standard all-wheel drive starting from as low as 2.99% financing. Don't miss out on these limited time offers. Visit us today to experience the thrill of driving a new Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC.
Play underway in the Canadian zone just after that break. Tyrone Henry looks to feed it up to Anton Jacobs-Webb. Dodson intercepts it, keeps it in play for the U.S. They keep adding to their shots on goal tally. It's 13-1, little lopsided there. Still scoreless between USA and Canada. Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren DuPont with you. It's the game to close out preliminary play, and the outcome matters obviously for country pride, and here's a chance that Lavin fires it down on Lee. And yes, from the outside, but as good a chance as any for Canada. James Dunn looking to free the puck from Douglas.
This line, Jacobs Webb with Dunn and Dixon, was really good against Czechia. And maybe they can start to, wear down the Americans a little bit.
Certainly chipping away at it. Again, just trying to get those looks. And it's one thing. A number of games have gone the way of the team that has been heavily outshot. In fact, we saw it between Italy and Norway just before this one. And another big collision. The crowd loves it. Halbert, just his second World's appearance. Now Adam Dixon down low.
Yeah, that was Canada's best shift. Dixon getting physical, Dunn as well defensively. That's something Canada can build off of.
Here comes Farmer. Oh, he looked for the feed. Cozzolino got in the way. A wraparound. No, a pass off back behind the net this time. Pauls will find it. Smith gets tied up there with the U.S. And into the far wall. This Moose Jaw crowd is absolutely loving what they're seeing. It's been such a treat all week.
Well, they can feel Canada getting a little momentum here.
And they're certainly hoping to add some fuel to it. Jones now. McGregor taps it down. Smith coming in close, looking back. What a big play from the U.S. Malik Jones was right there near Larocque, but it was Noah Grove really doing the work.
Yeah, we'll see more of this physical play after that good shift. Jacobs, Webb, McGregor, and Dixon. And it's Canada's captain, Tyler McGregor, coming back out and, building off the physical play. And then Cameron Smith, an opportunity down inside the American zone. So Canada building something here in the midpoint of the second period.
Joshua Mashevich for the U.S. winning that offensive zone draw. And Musselman now has it. Looks for that pass up to Douglas. Caught under sled, though. And Dixon will battle for it. Zach Lavin chips it back up, and again, protecting the slot. That one just wide. Jacobs Webb. Forced down low. Roybal will take it away. Set up high slot. These shots towards the goal, just adding the continued pressure. There's now a USA chant here. And this is Canada's barn. Puck is loose. Wallace on the chase, followed closely by Jacobs Webb. Brody Roybal coming in fast. Setting up high again. That gets the net! Brody Roybal, Team USA on the board.
And did Josh Mashevich get a piece of this on the way through, or is it clean from Roybal? Let's watch again. Good shot. No, just off the shoulder of Larocque and in, and he got a piece of it, just not a lot. And Roybal looked off the shot too. He was looking right and then swings it back. Cross body. Difficult shot for Larocque to stop, and after all the pressure from the Americans in the first, they get one here in the second, a big opening goal.
Massive from Brody Roybal. Plays with the Nashville Sled Press. Began playing sled hockey in 2006. Here he is in 2023, opening up scoring for the USA. Oren Halbert will take that face-off win for Canada. Jen Lee plays it well out of his net. Up over to Malik Jones. At least that's where it was intended. But Farmer absolutely rocked by Rod Crane. And Alexis Sauclair will fire down. Again, the speed from these American players just absolutely astonishing. Not that Canada isn't fast, but getting outworked here. Noah Grove drops it back from Malik Jones. That one off the elbow. Nice save from Larocque. Farmer. Speed checks nicely, comes back, using a little bit of patience and some tempo change. Will he feed it or shoot it? Here comes Pauls. That one saved by Larocque with a big stop. For the USA, Brody Roybal go up ahead with one here at the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
Best crowd so far here in Moose Jaw at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships, the largest so far of the week in the preliminary round finale. And this is big to have a good game, a competitive game, Canada-US, when you've got the fans in the building, should set up a great weekend of ticket sales, and hopefully it's busy in here from here right through till Sunday.
Oh, Tyler McGregor, who was just chasing down that puck, he told media after the game against Czechia yesterday, that's what he wants. He wants people just to see the sport, appreciate it. It's hard not to love what you see, especially when the world's best are right in front of you.
Well, for sure. I mean, you come watch a 15-1 game.
Kevin McKee will fire it down. Now Jack Wallace, interrupted by Tyrone Henry. And again, it's all the little details. Canada has to stay on it now. Travis Dotson circling back. Back to Cozzolino, Canada's points leader. 4 goals, 4 assists for 8 points. All of those collected in the big game against Korea. Now Kevin McKee again. Oh, that was a little nice back pass over to Mashevitz. Or Eustace rather, and a penalty is coming, and it'll go against Canada. A holding call will cost Captain Tyler McGregor.
Yeah, Cozzolino's going to go to the box here. He was getting frustrated. It's a little bit of an undisciplined penalty. He was trying to get physical down low, made one hit, and then on the second play, we didn't see it in that shot. There's the first hit, and almost caught him with the front of the sled, and then we won't see the hold until the end of that frame, but we'll get the penalty call.
And that's a tough one for the Canadians. They were able to stay good on their first penalty kill. Here's hoping to do the same now. Brody Roybal, who opened scoring for U.S., fires another one on Larocque, and why not? Josh Pauls, big body stop on Lavin. Wallace is out there as well for Team USA. It's 5-on-4. Brody Roybal setting up high slot. Nifty pass to Farmer, just wide. Back to Pauls. And Wallace again. Looking for the clear, and Canada gets it.
Great spot. Canada penalty kill was really good the first opportunity. See if they can continue that success.
Oh, and that was a big play by McGregor. Could have been something for Canada, but again, even just slowing down any momentum this power play unit has. But McGregor will test Lee. And again, just another chance to change that momentum. Armstrong meets the puck before Mashevitz. And you can hear the Canadian fans. And now Jack Wallace fires it. What a rocket. That one hits the end boards. Getting in close, Farmer now. Always setting up for a chance to shoot or pass. And Paul's now. Again with the redirection, Brody Roybal over to Farmer. And the body's in the way, helped that time, no deflections. Canada clears the final seconds here of this Canadian penalty. And soon enough, Dom Cozzolino, their points leader, will be out. And advantageous as Cozzolino goes right from the penalty box to the puck, or tries to. James Dunn out on the line as well, Halbert for Canada. Roybal, though, getting in close. Keeping it away. Here comes Noah Grove. Far side. Plays it up to Farmer. Farmer down the lane. Bit of a softer shot, allowing that rebound collection from Brody Roybal. Now Grove again. Grove loses a stick and body's in the way. Lavin and Cozzolino both helping out. So much time spent here now in the Canadian zone, and it is even strength once again, 5-on-5. Canada now 2 for 2 on the penalty kill as the clock winds down. They entered the second period within a scoreless tie, and now USA up 1 thanks to Brody Roybal. An exciting, fast-paced game with at least 15 more minutes to go. USA up 1 on Canada through 2. Daniela Ponicelli with Darren Dupont. This is the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Like a mirrored reflection, I have to steer you in the right direction. I have to trust that we can find a way.
On every trip, you can depend on Esso to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
Good morning!
So I got another Parkson ticket. Play 92, number 1 for throwbacks.
It's Connor for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming Geo satellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do? Saskatchewan. 620 CKRM. Scores! Jägerbomb!
in his first Paralympic Games for Canada. Here comes James Dunn with his first Paralympic goal. Like he's been doing it all his life.
The first 30 minutes, USA up 1 on Canada, despite being absolutely dominant and, of course, leading the way for shots on goal. Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren DuPont with you. This has been a thrilling game and one that has been so close despite really the lopsided effort offensively.
Yeah, the U.S. have really controlled play through 30 minutes here in the final game of the preliminary round. There's no doubt about it, but despite all of it, they only lead by 1, and Canada's still right in this hockey game.
And there you see the officials coming out on the ice here at the Moose Jaw Event Center, and that's something to be known as well. At the home crowd here is behind Canada. They're excited. Darren and I got to see some of the other teams on the elevator ride and during the break, and some of them cheering for the U.S., some of them cheering for Canada, all depending on the standings, of course, because we know these two teams will be in the semifinals, taking on the winner of either Korea and China, and then Czechia or Italy.
Yeah, so the politics of everything starting to play out, of the who you might want to play in a semifinal if you're Czechia or Korea or China or Italy. So it'll be fun, and they're all here enjoying this and having a great time tonight.
And one of the big players that has to come through for Canada is Dominic Larocque. We saw it earlier, Santino Stilitano helping Italy secure their big win to take them into the quarterfinals Friday. That despite being heavily outshot.
Well, it's not quite as flamboyant of a goaltending performance as the Italian netminder, but it's just as significant. He's given his team an opportunity to come back in this game and just to be patient. They haven't shown that they have the ability yet to put pressure on the Americans and tie this game, but he's bought them time. You know, you look at the shots on goal. Canada just has 3, and I'll tell you, those 3 have been from well outside near the blue line. So Canada has an opportunity here, if they bear down, to be right in this game.
And when you consider how many opportunities the U.S. had early on, Noah Grove with a big shot and an even bigger save there by Larocque.
Yeah, you see what the work that Larocque has done, fighting off shots, but there's the lone goal from Roybal where he put it into the top corner from the slot. Again, he's so dangerous. Every time he's on the ice, you have to know where he is. Every game he's played, I mean, Didn't play in the second preliminary round game for the Americans, but he did play in their opener. He did score in that game, so he's scored in each game that he's played here in the preliminary round, and right now he is the game winner. But if I'm the U.S., I think you really need an insurance marker here. You can't be happy with a 1-goal lead.
And considering the fact that the USA has 10 players with points in the tournament so far, Travis Dotson leading the way with 6 of those, following a hat-trick in the win over Czechia. And Dotson, sure, has been on the ice, but hasn't been as much a factor for the USA in this game. And there's the Canadian fans. You love to see it. With the pom-poms and the noisemakers getting set here for a big third period. Declan Farmer for the U.S. Anton Jacobs-Webb for Canada wins it. For the home team, Oren Halbert tries to send it up. Rob Armstrong will do the same off the boards. But Malik Jones gets there first. Malik Jones, so speedy, and that was the first real urgent effort by Jen Lee.
Yeah, Jen Lee just jumped on that. He had Dixon sitting right on the doorstep. It's Malik Jones just, blast an edge, and the puck rolled to the goaltender. Canada's still unable to jump on it, but you can see there's an extra little effort early on from Canada to get the puck and start moving it forward with purpose. So I like that early.
First World's appearance for Malik Jones. Sends it up from Aurora, Colorado. Plays for the Colorado Avalanche sledge hockey team. And Oren Halbert, again, all over the ice for Canada. Gets bullied into the boards by Jones, then Farmer. The puck stays on Canadian sticks for now. Dixon. Over to Jacobs-Webb and James Dunn. Jacobs-Webb with some really great work there to keep it in play for Canada. And we're seeing this early pressure here that we haven't seen from the Canadians. Malik Jones fires it to Evan Nichols, and there'll be a line change for the USA, and here comes Brody Roybal, the goal scorer for the U.S. Josh Mishevitz from the line. Zach Lavin. Play it away for Canada. Again, these are pivotal moments here. 1-goal game right now, could be tied. If Canada keeps with that pressure, but Brody Roybal, the U.S., is looking for Musselman. Benjamin Musselman up high. They'll shoot it from the outside and try to collect those rebounds along the far wall. They're using the boards. Send it down. Halbert. Roybal up on him. Christopher Douglas from the far point this time over to Wallace. Center. Catches the body of Cozzolino. Cozzolino looks for the turnover. I'm just trying to keep that puck off the stick. Brody Roybal and Jack Wallace working together. Wallace coming in close. Musselman fires it. That was a good block by Lavin this time for Canada. Corbin Smith. Everyone on the edge of their seat here at the Moose Jaw Event Center. This game, the tension building. Zach Lavin here. That one fired down from the outside.
Yeah, long shot from the perimeter, but it's a positive for Canada. Much better start to this third period. And you can see it just like that. Get the puck, send it in, and give chase. They were trying to be a little too cute and a little too perfect through the first 30 minutes.
Now Alexis Auclair tries to handle the puck, finding Henry and Kovacevic now. Micah Kovacevic making his world's debut in this 2023 championships. Rod Crane out there for extra support, but Kovacevic, well, that could have been a wraparound. Travis Dotson, though, out on the ice. As Kevin McKee chips the puck down. David Eustace. Rob Armstrong will get there first. Armstrong under the legs. Over to Crane. And again, Tyrone Henry, the player with the cheerleading squad here in Moose Jaw, and a penalty is on the way against the USA. David Eustace will head to the penalty box. And a big chance for Canada up ahead as they head on the power play. USA still with a 1-0 lead here at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships.
In his first Paralympic Games for Canada. Here comes James Dunn with his first Paralympic goal. Like he's been doing it all his life.
Canada on the power play, and a chance now to get the equalizer as they get set in the U.S. zone. Daniela Ponticelli with Darren DuPont. For this game from Moose Jaw. Back behind the net, Jack Wallace. This penalty killing unit for USA. Hard one to get by, but McGregor will test out Lee. A great no-look pass at that.
Oh, a good chance for Canada in the power play, and it's McGregor. And you just see the quick release that he has. Look at on the stick, off the stick. Jen Lee was sharp. That's the best chance for Canada so far tonight. And
here they go again. Canada on the power play. But great work by the U.S. to clear it out so that Adam Dixon couldn't get a stick on it. Chasing it down back into the Canadian corner. Roybal will just follow the momentum. Captain McGregor. He'll do it. Forest, Ontario native. Rims it around the wall. Declan Farmer finds it. And they'll play this all day, maybe even get a shorthanded chance. They did earlier, the U.S. James Dunn now. Circling back to Adam Dixon and Cozzolino. To McGregor. Captain McGregor has been tremendous on special teams for Canada. Putting away 3 power play assists. Now coming up on Jack Wallace in the near wall. There's the battle for it. It's loose out on the ice. Josh Balls. And a penalty now. Another one against the USA. That one for Jack Wallace. And he's trying to fight it. The official says, no, you are headed to the penalty box. It'll be 5-on-3 now for Canada. And it's a holding call. Yeah, in the corner. See it at the end of the play. Well, you won't see it in that shot, but Wallace, yeah, up at the top of your screen. Not in this frame, but a 5-on-3 for Canada. After the great chance from McGregor, Canada's power play never really accomplished much after that. The Americans did a good job preventing zone entry, but you've got 31 seconds of 5-on-3 time. And I wondered if this might be an opportunity for Canada to take a timeout. May have been some confusion. Still 5-on-4, and right now on the in-house scoreboard, still just showing David Eustace in the penalty box. So maybe there was a challenge on that. Either way, 5-on-4 for Canada for at least 15 more seconds here. Rob Armstrong, and they just need to get their sticks on the puck here. Halbert look to chip it in. Now teeing it up again. Some great play by Micah Kovacevic for Canada. And another good penalty kill for the USA, and David Eustace, fresh out of the penalty box, will take it away. Nearly coming in close and having an open lane. Great work by Canada. The crowd loves it.
That was a mistake by Malik Jackson, or Malik. He turned the wrong way. It was a 2-on-1, and the feed was going to send him in all alone on a breakaway. And he peeled off to the left, not thinking he was going to get the pass, and Canada was able to make the play. So Malik Jones, a little bit of a mistake there for the Americans.
Now, the 20-year-old is certainly getting great experience here. His very first Worlds, but he is a Paralympic gold medalist coming off of the Beijing Games last year. And here comes Zach Lavin for Canada. Moving up fast. And Oren Halbert, who's been all over the ice tonight. Can he make something happen here? He's keeping the puck away. Captain McGregor will collect it. Fires it down. That one just chipped off the glove. The crowd so ready. But Brody Roybal.
Canada's got too many men on the ice.
They quickly addressed that. Was it quick enough? It certainly was. Officials didn't notice.
Yeah, and they're going to call it.
Oh, they are going to.
The linesman caught it. There was 6 Canadian players on the ice for a significant amount of time, and the officials didn't see it. The player actually got off before the call was made, but the linesman was the one who blew the play down.
This will be a big test for Canada here.
You know, and on that last play, it was coincidental minors. Dixon was in the box with Wallace. The two of them went off, but
that makes sense. Yeah,
this is a tough one for Canada. You can see 1, 2, 3. Let's do it. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Canadians on the ice for at least 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds. They made the change eventually, but the Americans were yelling from the bench. They figured it out, and away we go.
It's the game of hockey, so here we go. 5-on-4 now for the U.S. and a chance to get going on specials, but Captain McGregor will just return to sender. Why not? Doing exactly what Declan Farmer was doing for the U.S. when it was their chance to kill. Zach Lavin again with another great block coming in. Side to side on the sled. Farmer was right there for the tip in. The crowd knows how close that one was. Farmer now teeing up high slot. Fires that one down. Larocque with the stop. Exactly 7 minutes left here in the third period. U.S. up 1 on Canada. That goal coming in the second from Brody Roybal.
Their third power play in Canada's penalty kill has been up to the challenge in the first 2 opportunities. In Canada, who's had a much better third period, they put some pressure on Jen Lee. They put some pressure on this American defense. But they've got to kill this off right now.
Canada only had 2 opportunities on the kill prior to this game. Here's Jack Wallace. They were 1 for 2 on that. They allowed Czechia to get the equalizer in their game last night. You certainly don't want to allow an insurance goal, but here's Josh Pauls. That one gets batted off the stick of the captain. Around Roybal. Fires it over to Farmer. They just don't connect there. Farmer to Wallace. Wallace weaving in right in front. Huge stop by Larocque, but Roybal has it now. U.S. again. They'll tee up for another shot. That one off the stick side and up high. Dominic Larocque with his 18th save of the game so far. 30 seconds left on this Canadian penalty kill. U.S. Roybal feed it back to Mishivitz. Roybal again off the body of Jacobs Webb, though Pauls has it. Oh, that was a nifty little fake. It nearly caught Larocque out of position. Far side. Along the point. Could this be a chance shorthanded? the very least, Jacobs Webb will just send it down, and a big kill by Canada.
They survive that penalty kill. That's all that matters for the Canadians. But the Americans, great job continuing to build pressure here, trying to find an insurance marker.
Very few stops in play in this entire game. It's been non-stop. And so the clock is winding down, and Canada's got to try to get going on that offense to tie it up here in front of a home crowd. Cozzolino. Now McGregor. He's got room, fires it. That's a save by Lee. Again, that pressure from the Americans. Corbin Smith back behind the net for Canada. Captain Pauls sending it up to Kevin McKee. Rob Armstrong will intercept, and Cozzolino back down. This time Canada going for the change, making sure they have their counts correct. Yeah, 5. David Eustace, but that little move by Auclair is going to cost Canada. They'll have to go back on the kill. Alexis Auclair headed to the bench for teeing. Headed to the box for teeing, I should say. The crowd does not like it. And what a time for Canada to have to go on the kill. Canada still trails the U.S. 1-0 as they entered this third period, now nearing the close. This is the World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything, all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming GEO satellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do?
Canada not where they want to be right now, having to kill off another penalty with just over 4 minutes left in regulation. Right now, U.S. leads 1-0, and USA with the player advantage 5-on-4. Brody Roybal looks to redirect. James Dunn nearly intercepts. Canada just coming off a successful kill, but right in front of the net. Larocque looks to track it. Declan Farmer's right there. It's Farmer, Roybal, Mishevitz, Wallace, and Grove. Wallace now. That's fired down and in! Scores! Jack Wallace gets the insurance marker for the USA. What they've been waiting for. What they've been playing for.
Well, it's a great finish, and that's a laser of a shot into a small window, right over the shoulder on the short side. Larocque was in a great spot, maybe caught a tiny bit deep in the net, but there wasn't a lot of room. Jack Wallace, that's an elite level shot, and he found the mark. And a big insurance marker, and the U.S. finally break through on the power play after the Canadians were able to kill off the first 3 shorthanded situations.
So Canada now back at even strength with a rare icing call. We haven't seen too many of that. And that's a tough one. Again, Canada has been playing so strong defensively, but when you consider Dominic Larocque has faced 20 shots on goal, over in the other net, Jen Lee, 7 shots.
We'll get another look. And he took the first shot with his left hand and then had the opportunity, watch, blocked but quickly on it, and as he's falling back, he's able to put it up into the top corner, short side. That's an athletic goal from Jack Wallace.
Athletic, accurate. The action's getting pulled back into the Canadian zone here. One thing I wanted to mention about Josh Pauls, whose name we've been saying so frequently on the broadcast, I found out he faces a Mr. Potato Head figure towards the opponent's locker room before every game. There's Pauls right now. Clearly whatever he's doing is working.
Yeah, keep doing it.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So everyone's got their routines.
I'm curious about the Mr. Potato Head. Does he have an American jersey on?
Oh, I didn't find out those details. Cozzolino fires it towards Lee. A good test here. But again, Canada can't get in close.
Does Mr. Potato Head have jerseys? Is that a thing? There's a good chance for Canada coming right after the Americans get the insurance marker. And Zach Lavin takes two Americans with him, drops the puck off, and then just a spin and fire. But Jen Lee was able to cover up, and we'll get a timeout call. Canada wanting to draw something up, so they'll take the timeout. With the offensive zone face-off, they see this as their best opportunity to generate something and try and make this a one-goal game.
Could this be a chance to, do you pull a rock, do you not?
I kind of feel like you will, or you need to. If not now, it'll happen soon. Down by 2, you've got nothing to lose. You're going into a semifinal anyways.
And the way the semifinals work, since we have a few moments, is Canada will for sure play the 7 o'clock game. Now, that doesn't mean that that's how the seeding is going to go. Essentially, whoever is number 1 will play the winner of the quarterfinal between Korea and China. Korea having been in Group A, finishing last, China finishing atop Group B, and there is the empty net. And the defeated team in this game will go on to play the winner of either Czechia or Italy. And Adam Dixon along the far wall. Again, it's 6-on-5 now for Canada with the empty net. On the other side, they got to keep it off the stick of Wallace or Dotson, and now the puck is loose in the neutral zone. They've got Dunn on it, Dunn up to Captain McGregor, but David Eustace right there with Farmer as well. And McGregor in a tough spot. That was a big one, could have gone straight down if Dixon hadn't been in the way. Dixon having all the pressure right now. Wallace takes it, there's that empty net. Over in Canada's side, McGregor keeps it.
Yeah, we'll get a stoppage here. And this is Kevin McKee. He's in a bit of a tough spot. Jack Wallace had lost his stick to the faceoff. Will come in the neutral zone. But Canada doing an okay job with the empty net, but just need to get possession and make that good first pass. The first pass isn't quite there yet, but still lots of time here in the third period.
So Dominic Larocque is back in net. They're not going to take chances right now. Neutral zone draw right outside the Canadian zone will do just that. Dom Cozzolino getting all fired up here. Final 2 minutes of play. And the USA with a 2-0 lead right now. Canada in the US zone. Even strength. As Corbin Smith battles for it. Coming up on Josh Pauls, it'll get whistled down.
Well, the faceoff will be in the offensive zone for Canada. Or is it going to? Yeah. Well, they're going to bring it outside. So that's unfortunate for the Canadians. But, you know, with the net empty now, you win a faceoff and see if you can't get something moving here and get the puck towards the net. You got some time. You don't have to throw everything on net, but there will be a little urgency needed here from Canada.
Yeah, a minute 40 exactly left as the puck drops there, but USA, Travis Dotson now with all the room in an empty net. He'll put it away. Make it 3 for the USA. as their points leader, Travis Dotson, goes in for a clean goal.
Well, and that's why you have Farmer on the ice, right? With the net empty for Canada in a defensive situation. Declan Farmer is one of your leaders offensively, but that's why you have him on the ice as well, because he's so good and such a smart player and great with his stick that he's able to just make a great feed up the ice, control play, calm things down, and allow the Americans to stretch this lead to 3.
The third goal on the empty net. Josh Pauls carries it away. Now over to Brody Roybal. Roybal leaving past Rod Crane. Well, Crane gets a hit on him, and Canada's chasing it down. Approaching the final minute here in regulation. It has been a tough test for the Canadians, getting outshot, outworked right now, 21-8. One of those goals, of course, a power play marker for the U.S. Jack Wallace, and then that empty netter. Canada will fire it down for an icing.
So you start to look ahead at the semifinals, and the Americans, barring something unexpected, will finish in the 1 seed, and the Canadians will finish second. And so I'll have an idea when they watch the semifinals, who they'll go to the quarterfinals, who they'll meet. Some time off here until Saturday.
So back again they go. Malik Jones looking for that feed to McKee. McKee fires it. Crane gets his body on it. And into the slot. Final seconds here. Wallace. That could have been number 2 for number 8. Now in the far corner, Canada still battling. And the Canadian crowd hoping to celebrate a goal. But Larocque will go for the save. There have been plenty of saves celebrated tonight, despite the outcome on the scoreboard. And with 6.1 seconds left, the faceoff will be back in the Canadian zone. Kevin McKee and Micah Kovacevic will wind down the clock. A big win for the reigning champions, Team USA, on Canadian ice. That one might hurt a little bit, but the dust is now settled, and we know exactly how things will go when tournament action returns Friday. Into the quarterfinals, Korea versus China. The winner of that will take on Team USA, 3 p.m. Saturday in semifinal Saturday action. While Canada, they'll play the late game against the winner of Czechia and Italy.
Yeah, the final standings not updated to reflect USA finishing first and Canada finishing second. But as you just mentioned, it will be Czechia, Italy, China, Korea, and the winners moving on to play Canada and the U.S. But a much better third period from the Canadians. I think overall the Americans are happy with their effort. I think they would like to obviously capitalize a little more throughout the game, but I think both of these teams saw tonight as a bit of a tune-up game towards the semis and potentially a gold medal game.
No, Canada would have loved to score in front of their home crowd, but either way, again, able to keep U.S. scoreless in the first period, and then, sure enough, the Americans just starting to get the edge with those goals. The first one from Brody Roybal, and the power play goal by Jack Wallace, and the empty netter by Travis Dotson.
Pay homage to the host community, Moose Jaw. Tonight, the awards will be presented by Leslie Campbell, General Manager at Golden West and Homefield, and Nathan Morrison, Director of Events and Partnership, Programs Tourism Saskatchewan. Tonight's player of the game from Team Canada, number 31, Dominic Larocque.
Certainly not a surprising pick for Dominic Larocque, credited for his effort in this game. A 19-save night for him.
Tonight's player of the game from Team USA, number 4, Brody Roisball.
And Roisball with the game-winning goal. The Americans, that shot from inside the circle, and he's getting better as this tournament goes along too.
He's skated 9 seasons with the U.S. national sled hockey team. For making his debut 2013-14, just shy of 10 years for Brody Roisball. Well-deserved honors.
We would now ask if you are able to please rise, remove your hats for the playing of the United States national anthem.
Break-in play tomorrow before quarterfinal Friday. China, Korea, Czechia, Italy. The winners facing Canada and the USA on semifinal Saturday. And it's the reigning champs, Team USA, who are the victors tonight. 3-0 rather, for the Americans to close out 12 great games of preliminary play. On behalf of our fantastic production crew, Darren DuPont, I am Daniela Ponticelli. Thank you for watching the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada. Good night.